Hello guys, how you doing? So today I would like to show you a little device that I call the Smart Infinite Water Source. This machine has two functions. So first of all, as the name suggests, it works as a source of infinite water. Every time you click this node block, you get a water bucket. Even if you spam click it, you get as many water buckets as many times you press the block. This device fits perfectly into your base, so you never need to build an infinite water source or run around your storage looking for a bucket. The second function that this device has is that when you're done building your project, you can just drop all your leftover water buckets into this barrel, and the system will empty, recycle and store the empty buckets for your next project. This machine is very easy to build. I would rate it 3 out of 10 on the Redstone scale of difficulty. So here is what you're going to need to build this. I am using glass for better visibility, but this can be replaced with any solid blocks. You don't need any glass for this. You are also going to need 13 solid blocks, but again, this doesn't have to be wool. It could be wood, stone or anything else. You are then going to need some tools in case you misplace any of these blocks, and also some temporary blocks that are easy to remove later. Finally, you are going to need 9 stacks of empty buckets, and I will explain later in the video why this is important. You are also going to need at least 3 stacks of iron for a crafter, which will allow you to use this machine 64 times before you would need to refill it or before recycling any of your buckets. This machine fits into a 6 by 4 by 7 block area. If you want to include this machine into your base, you will need to dig 4 blocks under your floor. And now let's build this layer by layer. Place a soul sand with a temporary block on top and 4 blocks around it. Now place a dispenser on top of any of these 4 blocks. The way it's facing will be the front of your build. Place a temporary block on each side of the dispenser and then place 2 stairs against the upper half. Follow with 2 stairs adjacent like this. You can remove the temporary blocks and check if your build looks like mine so far. Now build a temporary staircase against the right side of the machine. On the left side, place a temporary block and then 2 solid blocks. Climb up and place 2 rails on these blocks. Now place an observer against the bottom rail and make sure the front face is facing the rail. Press Shift and place a hopper into the back side of the dispenser and then a crafter facing up. Place another observer and then a block behind it. Inside the crafter, create a V shape and disable all the other slots. Make sure you fill the crafter with an even amount of iron, so the crafter doesn't craft shears or iron nuggets when it runs out of iron from one of these slots. Place another glass block and put down 3 water buckets, 2 into the stairs and 1 on top of the soul sand. Make sure the water source regenerates when you pick it up from the middle. If it doesn't, make sure you have placed a water source on top of the soul sand. Now you have to fill the dispenser with 9 stacks of buckets. When the dispenser is powered, it picks up the water in front of it and fills up one of these buckets. But because there is no space for it, it's immediately ejected into the water stream. Now place another observer and a block. Get down and place a second observer that is facing up. Make sure the back side is facing into the glass. Now climb up again and place a barrel on top of the hopper while shifting. Climb on top of the barrel and place a hopper facing into it. Then place a dispenser on top of the barrel, temporary block and a piston. Make sure the piston and the dispenser are facing each other like in the video. So far, your build should look like this. From the left side of the barrel, place a block with a comparator on top of it. Place a temporary block between the piston and the dispenser and 2 glass blocks on each side. Break the temporary block, but make sure it's removed from the system. Place a solid block against the front side of the comparator. After that, place blocks on top of the dispenser and the piston, and then 3 blocks into an L shape. Now put down a torch with another block on top of it. Put down the repeater, but make sure you right-click it once. This sets it to 2-tick delay. Put redstone dust on top of the remaining blocks, 1 block in front of the repeater, and 1 last torch from the side of this block. Now finish the water column, place down a node block, and your machine is ready. In the top barrel, you can already put all your buckets, both empty and full. Now you can remove all the temporary blocks, and you can decorate the machine to your own liking. Well, and that's the end of this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing. That would really help me grow this channel. Thank you very much. Take care.